Hey guys, so I just wanted to get on here real quick and tell you guys about something that happened today, a conversation that I had with my 4-year-old daughter, and why it is important for us to speak the truth to our children about all spiritual things, no matter their age. We need to tell them the truth about Jesus, the devil, sin, redemption, salvation, and of course, use language that they'll understand and that is appropriate for their age because, they may not understand big words or things that are too much to comprehend for them, but they understand a lot. So we get in the car and she asked me, Mommy, who's the enemy? And so I began to tell her that the enemy is the devil, that the devil used to be in heaven, but that he wanted to, be better than God. He wanted to be above God. He wanted to have power like God. And so he was cast down from heaven to earth. And that he rules the world, the earth, and he roams the earth trying to trick people into not believing in God, or people who believe in God into leaving God and no longer following God. And she said, does the enemy make us lie? And I said, yes, he can cause us to lie. He can trick us into lying because he is called the father of lies. And so she says to me, well, Mommy, I will, if the enemy tries to make me lie, I will pray to Jesus and ask Jesus to tell me the truth. And then she said, Mommy, if I see 2 white cars and the enemy I know one is yours, but the enemy tries to tell me that the other white car is yours, I will tell the enemy, no, that's not Mommy's car. And I will pray to Jesus and Jesus will tell me the truth. And she said, if I see 2 houses, Mom, let's pretend I had a farm. We had a farm and there was 2 farms right next to each other. If I know that this one is our farm, but the enemy is trying to tell me that the other one is our farm, I will pray to God, and God will tell me which one is our farm. And I'll walk in, and I'll see all of our animals, and then I will pray, and I will thank God for leading me to the right one. And she said, and Mommy, if the devil tries to trick my sisters or my mom, I will pray to Jesus, and I will ask Jesus to not let the enemy, not let the devil trick my mommy or my sisters. She said, and God will show them the truth. So I thought it was really powerful that one conversation, all she did was ask me who the enemy was, and then I told her who he was. And then she took it upon herself to say, if he tries to trick me, I will pray and ask Jesus to show me the truth. If he tries to trick my family, I will pray and ask God to, basically defend them. So it's amazing that at 4 years old, she understands that if the enemy's trying to trick me, I can pray and God will reveal the truth to me. If the enemy is trying to come for my family, I can pray for them and the Lord will show them the truth. God will show them the truth. So don't minimize the power of speaking the truth to your children about the gospel, of speaking the truth about warfare, because let me tell you something. They understand more than you can imagine, and the Lord speaks through them. When she was saying those things to me, I only told her who the enemy was. When she was saying, if there's 2 things in front of you, basically, she said 2 farms, but I took it in my spirit as if there's 2 things in front of you, 2 choices in front of you, and you know that this one is right, but the enemy is trying to tell you that the other one is right. You pray, and the Holy Spirit will lead you to the right one. And when he leads you to the right choice, you thank him for leading you to the right choice. So without her saying those exact words, that's what I got in my spirit when she said, if you see 2 things that look identical and they both look like they're the right answer, and the devil is trying to tell you that this is the right answer, but you're like, no, I'm pretty sure that's the right answer. The enemy's trying to tell you that's the right choice. Choose that choice. And you're like, no, I think it's this choice. Pray about it, and the Holy Spirit will overcome the deceptions of the enemy and lead you to the right choice. Never, never, ever doubt the power of words that will come out of a child's mouth, because she gave me a spiritual lesson. Just by opening up the door and asking who the enemy was, she gave me a spiritual lesson. So be open-minded to what your children have to say, because they can give you spiritual revelations. All right, God bless.